Hey, you guys, this is Reshon for News, Views, and Conversations. Just want to pop in real quick and go over a little bit of what I understand about the whole Diddy situation. Every time that I see the all the different news about what's going on, particularly CNN and whatever I see on YouTube, and just Googling, like, hearing the whole play of what happened in the relationship with Diddy, Cassie, Kim Porter, just all the women that's in the mix. And I guess even the men at this point. And I mean, just from my standpoint, from my viewpoint, as in how I view it, based off of my latest book that I did, all I see is this. All I see is this. I just did the book signing 2 weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago, April 26th, the first book signing, um, one of many to come. Um, all I hear is this book. Every play that's being played, all the different actions. Uh, as I stated before, this book is full of narcissistic terminology, psychology terminology, different things to understand biblically, and a lot of life coaching, a lot of common sense stuff that can definitely be applied to one's life whenever you do deal with someone that is definitely coming from a deep, down, dirty, dark place. That's all I hear. I will read um, a few terminology words from the book, just to kind of like give a little bit of insight. As I said before, the book is definitely out on Amazon.com. We are on Kindle, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. So yeah, everything I hear is definitely fresh out the book. All the movements. I want to first start off by saying Cassie, Kim Porter, all the women, all the children's mothers, all they were to Diddy was just supply. You got your primary supply, you got your secondary supply, and so on and so forth. And so, with saying that, none of them were special to him. Now, I do believe Kim was the one, but as I said before in one of the other videos that I did on the topic, um, she was the one, but he fumbled that. I think he knew it, but with all that we've heard and what's going on now, it's like he definitely fumbled a good one. But I kind of feel like everyone after her was just supply. Uh, it's almost like using them all to like back each other up. And it wasn't particularly that there was anything, wrong with Kim. It wasn't anything wrong with Cassie, Misa, and all the other children's mothers. Um, there was nothing wrong with these women. It was definitely something wrong with him. As we're hearing all the information come out now saying that, okay, he is into men, he's into women, all these sexual parties, all this smex magic going on. I mean, I've heard so much. I'm just like, you know what? I really don't want to know y'all business like that. This is a lot to take in because we're hearing a lot of things that we're thinking that we're doing our thing when we get with whoever we're, dealing with like that. We ain't got nothing on what they got going on. I mean, it's a complete, just like hot mess. Like, wow, we're actually hearing all their sexual escapades and this, that, and the third. But I just definitely want to hit on the supplies, just in the whole deal of him pretty much like playing everybody against each other. It's pretty much like no one really stood out to be a favorite other than Kim, based off what I've heard from the testimony that Cassie said, she was jealous of her. She could have made better babies than her. She was upset because he didn't want to have children with her. And he was giving Kim the holidays, what she was not getting. I mean, he was putting other like women on and helping them with certain things, like what he did with Young Miami, put her out there. But from what I remember seeing so far, I mean, maybe I got to go do some more research. But she was at the Met Galas too. He took Cassie, he took Kim, he took Young Miami, and I guess maybe some other women too. I don't know. But no one was really like the one. So how I see it is he was all for himself, really. And that's what a narcissist is. They're all for themselves. Uh, he played each one at different times. He would put one on the shelf, play with her for a little while, When he got done with that toy, got bored with it, he want to go back over there to Kim, go play with her for a little while, do whatever they do there. Then, okay, you got Young Miami, then you got J-Lo, then you got Misa, and I think the other lady's name is Sarah Chapman, I think. He just got them all in rotation. That's what this is for, the rotation. He pretty much never got rid of anybody. He played them all off of each other. And based off what we're hearing from Cassie, she wanted to be the favorite. Pretty much saying in her testimony, she did a lot of what she did because she wanted to please him. She didn't want to be replaced. And that's what the narcissist plays off of, knowing that if you don't want to be replaced, I need you to do what I need you to do, or I need you to step it up. If not, you will be replaced. But the funny thing is, she did a lot of what he wanted her to do, and he still didn't treat her right. So it's just best to not try to go along with a situation like that, where somebody's trying to play you to get you to, damn near compete pretty much. Like it's a competition. It's like a revolving door, the rotation. The rotation. That's what it's all about, the rotation, and making you think that, I'm down for you, but I still want to go over here. Why do you need to go over here if we're doing what we need to do here? So it just sounds like a case where, like I said before, people need to re-educate, relearn on how they move in relationships, friendships, because from what I'm seeing, what is in this book, it can be applied to relationships, number one, friendships, also, business, and a lot of different aspects of life. You can see how people, if they can't get one thing here, they're going to go over there to get it somewhere else. But guess what? When they get over there, it's going to be something that you had over here that they can't get over there. So that's what makes them come back to you in the first place. It's just a back and forth game. And I mentioned in the book also that, it's not a ding on you because he went over there to her, him, or whoever. It's not a ding on that person that they came to you and whoever else to like make you feel like, well, what am I missing? It's not you, it's them, it's the narcissist. They are the ones that are void. They are the ones that are lacking. They're the ones that are missing it. They can't be filled. No one can fill them. I don't care if you did everything in their playbook as to what they said. They needed a mate, they needed a woman, they needed a man. The book is for men and women. It doesn't matter if you do everything they want you to do. Something still is going to be missing here within them. You can't feel it. If they're not already whole in who they need to be, their relationship with God, whole within themselves, clear on any past situations that they haven't lived down yet, if they're not whole here, there's nothing you can do for them. All the sex, sorry, we're on YouTube, all the smecks that you're given, falling in line, doing what they say, being there for them, whatever it may be, whatever situation you got set up, if they're not whole here, there's nothing that you can do for them. Because what's going to happen is what we are watching play out right now, everything that she did, it went out the window. Why? He can go get about 1 trillion more of her. And from what it looks like to me, I don't see any value he didn't value any of them. It just kind of looks like a situation where, as much as you did do, you would probably get rewarded based off of that. But from what I'm seeing, I really don't see what anybody really got. Excuse my expression, but a wet ass and the experience. That's just how I see it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, all I hear every time I sit here and listen to the case, I hear this. That's all I hear. Every definition, every chapter, every self-discovery question, that's all I hear. Everybody pretty much got played. Even him, whoever Diddy is serving, whoever the higher-ups are, he got played. From what I'm understanding, that's how he got involved, doing what he needed to do to get what he wanted as well. So he's been treated this way. He's been groomed this way. So of course, now he's treating anybody else just trying to come after him and get what he has, and they're trying to get on. he dogging them out too. So as we can see, it's all a pattern. It's all a pattern, as in however someone was treated themselves and they start to treat other people like that. But this also goes back to their childhood as well. So whatever was going on in, his childhood, his upbringing, and from what I'm understanding, his mom, Miss Janice Combs, I understand she had some madam stuff going on too back in the day. So I'm thinking if he was raised around this behavior, right there, he already know what to do to bring him in and to get people to do what they need to do, and let's get this money. And if you finish, you can get between 6,000, 4,000, how many ever thousands of dollars based off what you did. So again, anything narcissism, from my understanding in my studies, it starts in childhood. And what happens is it goes all the way into their being grown folk, being an adult. They begin to enact whatever was happening here, they take it with them when they don't get therapy. They take it with them when they don't have God in their lives. They take it with them when they don't have life coaching. They take it with them when they don't have discipline. And as we're seeing, and it just irks my soul, there's like an attack on the Black man right now, whatever. I love listening to Tony Gaskins. He has given me a lot as well, as far as knowledge and understanding, as far as life coaching. All of us, not just the Black men, but even the women, no matter what your color is, need to be more disciplined sexual wise. That's a great way for the devil to come in, take advantage of you, to penetrate you, because he can play to your desires. And what happens is when that person or whatever you got going on pulls away from you, you're still hooked. So when they do show up, no matter when it is or how often it is, they got you right there because they got your body, they got your mind, they got your soul, because they're tuned into you, they're hooked into you sexually, because you now know what they feel like. You now know how far they can take you and climax you to that next level when you are being involved with them sexually. And that's what we're sitting here watching with Cassie, with them saying something about after she have a freak off, she still wanted sex because he has you plugged in. You're like, you're in that zone. It's like after you've been done, you want to be done again. You're still not completely fulfilled. And I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but the more you have sex, the more you want it. The less you have it, you're not really thinking about it that much. So here I can totally hear the more you have it, the more you want it. And but the bad part about all this is it got to the point where not only was she sleeping with just him, he got her dealing with everybody. I mean, she's straight getting ran through like a freight train. I'm sorry, that's just how I see it. She getting straight ran through by all these different people. She don't even know who these people are, to the point where she's catching UTIs that antibiotics don't even work for anymore. Sores in the mouth from giving oral smesh. But from what I remember hearing as well, these people are wearing masks. You don't even know what these people look like, but they're entering into your temple that God gave you, that's supposed to be for your significant other, your husband, your wife. I mean, it's like you've been completely tampered with. You've been completely just like, just open up to the very epitome of darkness, pretty much to me, as far as just you're going to a place where you're not supposed to be. And that definitely affects your mental health, the whole sexual deal. I mean, I've always heard, my family say a woman can't do what a man does. Well, clearly she can't, because we know men can go out there. They a lot of times, especially when they're not they're not evolved, they can go out there and slay about 10 women, probably get about 5 of them pregnant. Well, women, we are not built that way. Clearly, she's been run through at this point. Speaking of Cassie now, she's been run through at this point, to the point where her mind is like jacked. Then you got the beatings to go with it. It's just a hot mess. I mean, like I said, everything I hear, and I mean, I take every chance I can to, plug the book, because that was the whole purpose of writing this. My experiences may not have been her experiences, but whether my experiences were light or just as crazy as hers, which they weren't, But I can apply, a lot of people can apply her situation to what we understand when you study narcissism. And my book is not the only one. There's others out there on Amazon as well that I've seen, and Barnes and Nobles as well. You can totally apply the psychology, the terminology of narcissism to what we're sitting here watching. Now, some of us, we may not have had like the experiences that she's had, but we've lived enough, we've experienced enough to see how when you're dating, which we all have done, we've all dated, if you're not married or not in a relationship, you could be that supply. If you're not, especially if you're not married, you can definitely be that supply. But the sad part is you can be married and still be supplied. You could be the wife, the husband, girlfriend, whoever it may be. You could have sat at every table, at every chair at the table and played different positions and didn't even know it. It depends on who they want to pull out for this week. Pretty much who is the flavor of this week? Who do I want to see this week? All right, I done had my fun with them. I'm about to go over here and see what's up with this one. All right, she ain't talking about that. Well, I ain't talking about that. I'm going back over here. I get more over here than I get over there. So just wanted to mention that. So much going on in the news. I just wanted to highlight, what I'm hearing and what I understand from my studies and from my latest book. And there will be another one to come. Got to see how we're going to, maneuver and handle that one and what direction we're going to go with that one. But there's a lot to learn here. Definitely pick it up. It's on Amazon.com, paperback, hardback, Kindle, and audiobook. Just want to read like maybe one or two definitions. Definitely go out there and pick it up. And I just want to give you a little bit of what I'm hearing. Narcissistic supply. Narcissistic supply refers to the constant supply of attention and admiration needed by narcissists. To gain this attention, narcissists will often use a false self that is likable to attract people to them. However, because narcissists are unable to make healthy connections, they tend to target people who are more vulnerable in order to feed their supply. So I would say in this case, she was trying to get on at the time. So he's like the big guy. Diddy, he's the big guy. So she made him feel big because she needed something from him. And so he towers over her and his false self. We got Diddy, we got Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. Now we got Brother Love. So all these different false selves of who you're supposed to be, these women coming to him, they feed that ego. So I would say Cassie, she's probably like the 80th supply at this point because we know he's had a lot of women, and now we're starting to find out that he's had many men as well. Let me get a few more definitions to you. Just want to make sure I got everything in front of me that I want to point out today. Primary supply. The primary narcissistic supply is based on attention in both its public forms, such as recognition, fame, infamy, and stardom, and it's private. More interpersonal types of praise, admiration, applause, fear, and repulsion. It is crucial to realize that the primary narcissistic supply represents attention of any kind, positive or negative. The realizations may be imaginary, fictional, or only evidence to the narcissist. As long as others believe in them, appearances qualify more than the content. So while we thinking that, he living larger than life, the appearance is that, he's Diddy, he owns the world, he got the women, he got this, he got that. But now we're finding out about the content. It is not the truth that matters, but their perception of it. Therefore, as long as they receive the expected reaction or attention that they had projected through their false self, all the different names, the connotation attached to it is inconsequential. Okay, secondary supply. The secondary narcissistic supply involves projecting the image that they live a good life, a worthy cause of pride for the narcissist, maintaining a safe existence, financial security, personal acceptability, upward growth, and acquiring companionship, thus having a partner, possessing significant property, being creative, operating a company, converted into pathological narcissistic space, having a feeling of anarch liberty, being a part of a community or society, having a good reputation, being prosperous, owning land, and displaying one's status. All represent secondary narcissistic supply as well. Whatever would be a status symbol in the community of friends of the narcissist and would be considered a secondary source of achievement in that community. Secondary supply is about the overall image of that life of the narcissist brings to their friends and relatives. However, if it is to endure, this type of supply requires to be positive. Any display of negativity would end up hurting the person, no matter who they may be. It is this type of supply that is also the reserve source of short primary narcissistic supply. However, the narcissist uses both in much the same manner. So, in his lifestyle, in everything that we've watched, as I take it, as I understand it, a lot of these women were successful as well. Some of them. Kim Porter, she was a model. J-Lo, we know she has a large portfolio as well. Now, the other women, I would say they're not like as significant as some of the other ladies, but either way, I can truly say with all that we've seen, all of them were beautiful women. And they all serve their place as far as being like props, meaning he is this successful guy. He has money, he has fame, he has labels, record labels, bad boy, and all these different artists, clothing line, alcohol, beverages, whether he owned it in totality or not, he was a part of all this stuff. So you got these beautiful women here as props. Primary supply, I would say, was Kim Porter. Primary supply, I would say J-Lo. Cassie and the other ones, and I will say Misa because she's been a very successful person, I believe as well. I think she does like styling or something like that. I got to dig more into her. But I would say maybe they could have been like Kim Porter, J-Lo, Misa. They probably could have been like top supplies. They were primary. The main ones for his go-to. Everybody else I would kind of say is secondary, but at the same time, they still add to the prop of being the man. Being like, well, every woman that we see, they were all beautiful. Excuse me. Every woman that we see, they were all beautiful. But however it may be, each one of them were supplied to him. He put them on shelves at different times. He take one off when he got ready for this one. He put the other one back. He got done with her. He go pull another one. And okay, and if today ain't the woman that he want to be with, if today isn't the thing for the woman today, like I ain't trying to be with her, I'm going to go deal with this guy. Even the men are added into this equation, and that's what makes it a lot more darker because you got a lot of other things. From what I'm understanding, this is all having to do with sexual magic as well. I got a video on that coming as well. I want to read you one more terminology before I wrap up here, and that would be one of the things that Cassie spoke about in her testimony and saying his eyes got dark. I guess like when he got mad, the narcissistic rage or whatever, as far as like, coming after her, when he got upset or whatever. So yeah, like I said, it's all here. I got pages and pages of it, and I probably got some more pages and pages coming in the next book. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Narcissist black eyes. It's a sign of evil and a warning sign to stay away from those who can cause us harm. This is the stage the narcissist's brain has perceived a threat to their ego, referred to as the narcissistic injury. The narcissist will respond with intense levels of anger or even silent treatment to gain power. And I've seen it myself. There's nothing like seeing it. It's really wicked. Someone that I had, dealt with. It was something that they did not want me to do, and I did it anyway. And it was just a kind gesture that I did. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but I totally saw the plays going on before, which is why they didn't want me to do it. Clearly, because they had someone else working it. So they didn't need me to do anything. But because I insisted on doing the gesture before my eyes, I saw their eyes go completely black. I couldn't even see the whites of their eyes. And the funny part was I saw an overcast go behind the back of their head, and all the blinds were closed in the house. But I could see darkness go behind their head, and their eyes went straight black before my eyes, and it scared me so bad I had to hold my head down so I wouldn't look at them directly because they did not blink, they did not move. And in that moment, I felt like there was another presence before me, and it was not the person that I was dealing with. So when we talk about these things, it's not a joke, it's not a game. What she experienced is what a lot of people are probably experiencing, but they don't know what they're experiencing because they can't put the definitions to it. They can't put the whole understanding, the whole psychology, the whole deal with what is going on here. But they do have enough sense to know this isn't good. This is not, this is bad. This is darkness. But they don't know how to explain it. Well, God helped me break it down in the Narcissistic Game, Insight and Pointers on the Dark Side of Truth for Empaths. Definitely pick it up. Definitely take it in. It's not just for sales purposes. My whole goal in doing this book was for people to re-educate themselves on how they date, re-educate themselves on how they move with people, re-educate yourselves on how quick you get involved with people, down to whatever God has for you. It doesn't take all of this foolishness. I would like to think that, if she maybe had some more guidance and maybe had some more people around her or something, she wouldn't have been so desperate to go in this direction to try to get on. As we're finding out, it's all over the news, it's all on Google, it's all on YouTube, it's everywhere. I mean, social media, whatever. We're finding out now that a lot of people are so desperate to get an opportunity, they were willing to sacrifice themselves, give of themselves in ways that they didn't have to give of themselves because you could have just went and worked and, clocked in somewhere, you know, made whatever you made and used it to fund what you're trying to do here. Because what I hear in this whole situation, they're clearly being pimped out to me. Anybody that was a part of the whole parties where they're doing all this sexual stuff, whatever, they were getting paid, but they were also getting pimped out. And depending, I guess, on how close they were to him, that's where the domestic violence came into play as well. But I say all that to say, any dream that God gives you, you shouldn't have to pimp yourself out, degrade yourself to get whatever appears to be like, ooh, I want that. Well, by the time you get it, you ain't gonna have the psychology to be able to really be happy with it. You're gonna be messed up in the mind. I mean, we're clearly hearing through all the testimony, her brain is about shot. They say she up there laughing at stuff she shouldn't be laughing at. Why is that? Because of all that foolishness that she has entertained and dealt with, thinking, if I leave, he's going to replace me. If I leave, I'm not going to get what I want. Well, you got the millions, but now you ain't even got the psychology now to go and execute your plan, to go and execute your dream of being a singer, performer, an entertainer. It's been shot to hell at this point. So, but yeah, I just want to definitely, put that out there, put the book out there, uh, the Narcissistic Game, because I want to see people move different. That's my goal. I'm still working on me to move different. Because if you're going to talk about these things, you have to be trying to move in that direction yourself and be working on yourself daily. And that's what it is. It's a daily walk with God. It's a daily walk with yourself. It's a daily recognition of what can I do to be a better me? How do I seek out the right people that need to be here? Not people that got stuff going on to where if I hook up with this person, they're going to put me back where I was at. If you're trying to move forward, you got to be able to detect on making sure you're not entertaining those same energies, those same spirits, those same vibrations, whatever you want to call them. Because what happens is you end up meeting them in different people, different face, but the same spirit, that same narcissistic spirit. It may be low grade, mid grade, high grade. Some may not be so bad. Some may be a little bit. Then some extreme, you can't fool with those type. Pretty much just to put you in a place to where you're meeting people that are on your level. You're meeting people that you are equally yoked with. so that you don't have these low quality experiences. You're trying to get to the level that God has for you, not the level that the devil has for you. The level that the devil has for all of us is the bottom, the bottom. He doesn't want us to elevate. He wants us to stay here. And like I said before, it just looks like he has tricked a lot of people in Hollywood and even ones that's just living regular lives into foolishness and thinking if they do this slick thing or that slick thing, it's going to get me here. And every time he pushed them right off the cliff. I think it's really ironic, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go. It's really funny how Diddy, for 30 years, he got to the pinnacle of his career, became a billionaire, and the minute he started trying to go for them liquor people throat, that's when the devil knocked him right on off the cliff. At the very top of supposedly his game, no. Karma. Karma. Whether you believe in God or not, he built it in the system, you're gonna get karma. So, but yeah, I just wanted to point out that what I understand and definitely plug the book. It's a great read, educational, spiritual. Um, it's everything that it needs to be to get people to re-examine themselves, to take a step towards relearning uh, themselves, relearning their relationship with God, tapping in on a daily basis as into how can I move different to have healthy relationships, down to the decisions that I make business wise. And that's what we're watching here with them, all the decisions that were made business wise and why. I just think that every decision that you make, it should never not be made with God. Everything you do should be, everything that you decide should be made with Him. So definitely get a chance, go out there and pick up the book, The Narcissistic Game. Continue to pay attention to what's going on in this whole Diddy case. We got to see how this turns out. It's off the chain every day. I don't know what to say about it. Again, I hope that everybody, finds themselves when this is finally done and over. And who knows, maybe they'll get the book, get the word out, The Narcissistic Game, Amazon.com. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Any shows that you maybe have ideas about, like topics that you may want me to do, definitely shoot us an email at seanellis.entertainment2@gmail.com. Reshon Ellis signing off for news, views, and conversations, and I will see you guys in the next video.